All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right, so 2025 is going to be the year of crypto. 2025 is going to be the year of crypto. Um, and this is typically the case after the year of the halvening, and it just happens to be 2025. And 2025 is not that far away, right? We got what's today? Today is the 22nd. So we have around 9 days approximately until, well, not approximately, exactly until the new year. And I think it's going to be really bullish for crypto, especially in the first quarter, January through March. I think we're going to see a lot of price increase in those months. And some of the things I think we need to look out for are, some key levels. So let's take a look at let me share my screen. Give me just a second. All right. So the first thing I think we need to look at is the market cap. Right now, the total market cap for crypto is 3.3 trillion, and I think going into 2025, this is going to be a lot higher. Of course, right? If prices are going to be higher, the overall market cap for crypto is going to be a lot higher. Now, I do think we will see this market cap around 10 trillion by the end of this bull market, right? So 10 trillion, if we look at it, I think a lot of that increase in market cap is going to go to the AI and DePIN sector. I've been talking about those narratives for a while. I just think those narratives are going to be the hottest narratives in crypto. So I think we could probably see a trillion to 2 trillion go to that sector, right? And it could be across multiple types of coins. It doesn't need to be AI specific, right? You could have layer ones that are kind of focusing on AI, which is Near Protocol. And then you could just have other layer ones that are kind of implementing AI, but they're really not an AI play. Now, what do I mean? Typically, you see this, right? If you have a gaming project or if you have a layer two project, that maybe it's not specifically centered around the hottest narrative. Sometimes they'll do some type of update to say, okay, well, this is the hottest narrative. We don't want to miss out. So let's implement some type of AI feature into our protocol so that way we kind of ride this wave. So now I think Nair protocol kind of switched everything up. I don't know if they initially started as an AI play, but right now they're considered a layer one AI protocol, right? So, but yeah, I think the overall market cap will go to 10 trillion. Currently, we're at 3.3, and I think a good significant portion of that will go to the AI sector. Now, obviously, if we're having predictions of BTC being at 150 and 200K, and currently it's at 96,000 and the market cap is close to 2 trillion, then we could probably allocate another trillion to BTC itself, right? Because that will put it, if we added another trillion to BTC, that will put it around that 200K mark, right? Maybe that 150 to 200K mark. So could it add an additional 2 trillion? I think so, right? I mean, if they're predicting 150 to 200K or even 250, some people are saying 300K. Honestly, I've seen a lot of predictions that says after these next 4 years, it'll be at 1 million, right? They were saying how BTC took very long to get to 10,000, 100,000. But they're saying that this next move to 1 million, it's not going to take that long, right? And it could be the case, right? You could, if especially if we have things like, like states implementing a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Like if we get stuff like that where states are passing laws and saying, hey, we need to put some of our money that we have on our balance sheet in Bitcoin. I mean, that could be very bullish, right? And then also, if the U.S. itself, implements a strategic reserve for BTC, I mean, you can have consistent buying each and every week, each and every day, right? A substantial amount. Now, how that plays out for the dollar, I'm not sure. Because if they're just printing money to buy BTC, BTC's supply doesn't go up. But, if you're using that money to buy BTC and it's kind of money that's just printed out of nowhere, then, obviously the dollar would go down in value, right? And the price of BTC would go up. But yeah, I think 2025 is going to be a year for crypto. And again, we just have so many positive catalysts coming up. We have about 2 to 3 more interest rate decreases going into 2025. And, that's going to be bullish. I think the interest rate decreases that we got in September, November, and then this month, we're going to see the effects of those next year, right? Currently, we've been seeing the market dip. If we look at BTC right now, as we speak, BTC is, kind of falling. Actually, wow, yeah. So 96, it went from 96 to 95. This week could be telling, all right? I think this week is going to be really, really telling. Let me look at the calendar, right? Christmas is what, the 25th. So yeah, so next week we hop right into the new year. So everybody was predicting that December was going to be very bullish for crypto. And to be honest, I mean, just because we haven't kept over 100K doesn't mean it's not bullish, right? Remember, we're just getting used to the 90s. I mean, a few months ago we were sitting at 60. So I mean, in my opinion, it's still very bullish. The price is still very bullish, but when we already passed 100K, people are now used to BTC being over 100K. So anything below that, they get a little worried. But it is possible we see a little correction. But we do have time because there's still like a week and some change left in December. And usually December ends up being very positive for BTC. So it could be, this week, again, this week is going to be telling. Last week, the market didn't know what to do. The Fed came out with the rate cut, 25 basis points. And, the market is just kind of sold off, right? And it could be also we're going into the end of the year. A lot of people are tax harvesting. They're trying to sell their losses so they can report this on their taxes and things like that. So we have all that playing into it. So you have, on one hand, you have all these positive catalysts in the space, decreasing interest rates, institutional investors coming into the space. But then also you have us going into the end of the year where people are taking profit and they're selling off. But again, I don't think that's going to last that long. I think, I think we may see some positive catalysts going into the end of the year, right? But yeah, BTC is at 95. I think this week, if we could get over, let's just say, if we could get over 100K by Christmas, I think we can end. I think we could end December in a positive note. Now, if we go below, if we stay below 100K, then we might just be, we might just be range bounding for the end of December, which is okay. I think that's just going to set up 2025 for an epic bull run. Now, just because 2025 is going to be the year of crypto, right, doesn't mean you need to get in. You could be irresponsible. You need to have an exit strategy and how you're going to take profit, right? Again, a lot of retail is going to come into the space in 2025 once they see BTC at 110, once they see BTC at 120, 130, 140, 150. They're going to get excited, right? They're going to think this thing is going to $1 million. And in my opinion, well, not in my, I mean, I'm probably like 95, 99% sure we're not going to $1 million this cycle, right? We'll probably get to 150 to 200, maybe 250, just seeing how bullish stuff gets. And again, there is a possibility that this cycle, BTC doesn't really crash that hard once we get into the bear market because of institutional investors. But to my point, because I was saying this yesterday, BlackRock actually sold. I think they sold $75 billion worth of BTC like a couple days ago, right? And people were saying, "Oh, BlackRock is not going to sell. BlackRock is not going to sell." You got to understand, they have ETF shares. So if their client is going and selling on their exchange, they need to sell physical BTC to get that money and give it to the client. Now, can they have reserves, cash reserves to say, hey, if the client sells their BTC ETF shares, we could pay them from our reserves so that way we don't have to go sell our BTC. But that's only going to last so long, right? You got to understand the clients that are buying BTC right now, I don't think it's the traditional 401k IRA people. I don't think that's it. I don't think people are, into, and typically those people don't sell. I think the people that are buying those ETFs right now are big whales on Wall Street that know that the price of BTC is going up, so they know it's going to affect those ETF shares, and they're selling, right? They're letting the price of the ETF shares go up. They're selling, they're manipulating the market. So it's not your typical retail client that is buying these these BTC ETF shares. Some of them are, but a lot of the people are traders. They're Wall Street traders. They're on Wall Street, and yeah, I think it's going to be manipulated for a while. So the notion that, people are buying the BTC ETF shares and they're not selling is not the case, right? I think right now, even though it's open to the public, I don't think the public is buying those shares, right? I still think retail, like real retail, real people with 401ks and IRAs and pensions are, they're still not sold yet, right? And they're going to be sold once their job makes them buy it, right? Once they's like, hey, we have this, you should allocate a percentage of your 401k to Bitcoin. So you should buy these shares, right? But until then, I don't think a lot of people are just going to go out of their way and buy shares. So it's a still manipulated market. So that's why BlackRock had to sell, right? Because people are selling those shares. All right. So the year of it's going to be 2025 is going to be the year of crypto, right? So obviously there are going to be sectors that do way better than others, right? So again, the sector that I've been talking about, that I've been preaching to you guys, is the AI sector, right? So the AI sector is going to be that. In my opinion, if you have a crypto portfolio right now, and your portfolio doesn't contain any any AI coins, I think you're going to be underperforming what the crypto market does altogether in 2025. You need to have some exposure to some of these AI coins, right? So again, we'll go over a few so that way you can see. But again, none of these, I'm not going to show any of the coins that I'm in, but I think some that you can focus on and do your research on that are kind of like, well known, that I think are going to do well. Because again, it's not financial advice. But the first one on the list obviously is Render. Render is a really good coin, in my opinion. Now, again, I've said this before. The only thing I don't like about Render is the fact that it is closed source. So I think there are better options like iOS and Akash. Like those are, decentralized protocols. Render is more, it's closed source. It's not more anything. It's closed source, right? But the chart is beautiful. It's at 3.6 billion, and I think this is an easy 30 to 50 billion dollar coin at the end of the bull market. Now, if it gets to 30 billion, actually, hold on. Let me stop sharing my screen so I can show you guys something. Give me a sec. Let's see. Coin, crypto valuation calculator. I found this website that's actually pretty cool. Hopefully I can find it. Uh, okay, hold on. Market cap. Okay, yeah, I found it. Give me a sec. All right, let me share my screen. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Share my screen. All right. All right. So yeah, this website is actually pretty cool. I'm not sure if you guys saw this before. So basically, you could put the market cap of one coin, and you could see what price it'll be at, right? So you kind of can see you see it in real time. So let's take Render for example. What do you think about Dogecoin, Dream Tanks? I don't know. You got a profile pic that has Doge. I think you have a bag of Doge. That's why you're asking. But Doge, if you want my opinion, I think Doge is going to do good. Obviously, like the hot memes, like, oh, we see Pepe right here in the front. But I think those meme coins are going to do good. But you got to understand, these meme coins don't have any value. So at the end of the day, I would say in the next 5 to 10 years, they're going to go to zero. But if you're just looking to make, 50 to 100% on your money, I think Doge could possibly get that for you, but you got to be careful, right? Because it doesn't really offer any value. All right, so let's do this. So let's say Render with the market cap. This dang microphone keeps falling. Let's say Render with the market cap. We said what? Render could go to 30 billion. Oh, let's do that. Let's do Render with the market cap of Doge. Doge is at 45 billion, right? And Doge offers no value, and Render does, right? So, and it's in one of the hottest narratives. So let's say with Dogecoin. Why is it not coming? Okay, here it goes. I'm spelling it wrong. All right, so if Render had the market cap of Doge, right? Again, Render in the hottest narrative. Um, Doge is just a meme coin. It'd be a 12.5x, which would put Render at 89 bucks, right? And I think that's doable for Render. But even if Render only hit half of that, right? Let's just say Render said, like, Doge is going to go a lot higher this cycle, right? So it's not going to end up at 45. Maybe Doge gets to 80, 90 billion because that's what it was at the height of last cycle. So if Doge gets to, if Doge gets to 90 billion, I mean, what if Render does, a fourth of that? It could get to 40 billion, right? I mean, $40, 45, 40 to 45 bucks. So that's pretty good, right? I think that would be close to a 6x on your money. Okay, let's see. What else? Another one is Chainlink. Chainlink is one that a lot of people are talking about. They said they can, get to $100. So let's see. Chainlink. That would be a 3x from here, right? Which would put it at 45. But I think Chainlink could probably go a lot higher. I think Chainlink could probably go to 100 billion. So that would put it right around like that 120 to 140. It's actually getting a lot of traction this cycle. Just like last cycle, I mean, it's one of those coins that are very, instrumental to the crypto ecosystem. You need Chainlink to feed in real life data from the outside world into a lot of these blockchains, and it's providing value. They have a lot of partnerships, a lot of integrations. So I think Chainlink will do well. Obviously, it's not as lucrative, in my opinion, as Render because it's not in the AI space. But it's definitely one of those coins that are going to be valuable, and I think it's going to be here for the foreseeable future. I think Chainlink's one of those coins that you could probably put, some money in it and leave it for, forever. But again, it's up to you. You have to figure out what you have to do. I'm not invested in Chainlink, but I'm just pointing it out. But yeah, I think this website is cool, and I think you should use this website to say, okay, I'm in this coin. I want to see, where where I think it could go if it had the market cap of something else, right? And it's called marketcapof.com. I think you all should be using that just to see, okay, the coin that I'm in, I think it could reach at least what Dogecoin's at. And again, people use this a lot, especially the crypto YouTubers. They're like, oh well, Dogecoin, and I just said it too. I used it too, but they say, okay, Dogecoin doesn't have any value, but it's at 45 billion. So I think my coin could get to 45 billion. That's not always the case, right? I would say if your coin's in the hottest narrative, one, it's getting attention, two, and then it has three, good tokenomics, I think, you could use that case. So that's why I use that case for the AI coins, right? Because the AI coins have a hot narratives. That's why I think Render can at least do where Doge is at now. And if Render gets to where Doge is at, can Doge get to where Solana's at now? I think so. I think Solana will be, oh my goodness, Solana's at 181. I just realized that. Yeah, it looks like the whole market's down, but I think Solana will be at least 400 or 500 billion by the end of the cycle, which would put it close to that $800 to $1,000 mark, right? Okay. But yeah, what do you think about Doge? The Coin Perspective is another good site for coin comparison. Let's see. Let's take a look. Coin Perspective. Perspective. Let's see. All right, so it looks like okay. So if you put, let's just say, let's see if it gives out the same thing, if they're feeding out the same stuff. Yeah, Render with the market cap of BTC would be crazy. It'd be $3,000. So we said what? We said Dogecoin. Okay. Yep. It's right around the 12x, so they grab it too. So cool. Yeah. Appreciate it, CBG. Am I saying that right? Christopher. Yeah. Is it, you got your initials in your profile picture? I think it's CB. But I appreciate it. I'll definitely use this one too. If something happens to, I guess if one of these are down, we have two options now, which is cool. All right, let's go back here. Let's see what else. Okay, so this one has been talked about a lot. A lot of people are saying this is going to do really well. BitTensor. The only thing about BitTensor, it's on good exchanges. It's on Binance, but I'm not sure if it's on the U.S. Binance. Right. So if you want to get this coin, you most likely have to go on Uniswap if you don't have access to Binance or Kraken and I think KuCoin is honestly, it's not. Oh, it's on Crypto.com exchange. I wonder though, is it WrapTow though? Is it Wrap? Which it doesn't make a difference, but I'm just not sure, right? Like when you get down to selling, like when the crypto market gets crazy and you have like WrapTow and Wrapped Ethereum, I'm not sure how good the liquidity markets are for those Wrapped tokens. I know like Wrapped Ethereum is good because that's a huge, but like things like WrapTow, I'm not sure. So it's surprising to me that Tau has not got listed on Coinbase yet. I do remember them getting hacked. This was, I think it was like a month or two ago. So maybe they were in the process of getting listed on Coinbase and then they got hacked. And usually when you get hacked like that, a reputable exchange like Coinbase, takes a step back and like, hold on, do we want to deal with this coin because it just got hacked? And that probably deterred them away. But yeah, a lot of people are talking about this coin. What's his name? Virtual Beacon. He's a big crypto YouTuber. He's been talking about this coin. A lot of YouTubers have been talking about BitTensor. The only thing I don't like about BitTensor is the market cap to fully diluted value. The market cap is, or the fully diluted value is 3 times the market cap, right? Now, they said something about the token unlock schedule where it's not going to be unlocked. There's not going to be a lot unlocked during the cycle. So even though the fully diluted value sucks, it's being spread out over time. So, during this crypto bull cycle, the supply should not be bad. Supply and demand should not be bad. But again, I don't like that. But again, it's in the hottest sector, right? And a lot of you, again, if you watch my the worst crypto investing mistakes is looking at the price. A lot of you would get scared of a price like this and say, "Oh, I can't make any money in this. This is 452." Never look at the price when it comes to crypto investing, right? You need to look at the market cap. The market cap is 3.3 billion. So, it's the same as if it was $5, right? Like okay, just put it like this. If BitTensor was $5 and was at 3.34 billion instead of 452, going to $15 would be the same ease as it going to 12 or $1,300 right now, right? There's no difference, right? So don't get caught up in the price. A lot of you will look at it and be like, "Oh, well, it's $453. I can only buy 3 shares," or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter, right? You put $1,000 in. If it 3x's, you 3x your money. It's as simple as that. It's not that complicated, right? So, but yeah, a lot of you would get deterred from that. You can't really think about it. I think there was another one too. I forget. It was like at 10 or 15. Oh, Y Finance, Yearn Finance, right here. Yeah. So this is actually a good example, right? The peak of this was, I remember last bull, because the last bull market, DeFi was huge, and this went to like 80,000, right? So look at the market cap. It's only 300 million. So this can literally go to $40,000 easy and not breaking a sweat, because 40,000 will literally put it at like a $1 billion market cap. It could go to 80,000 pretty easy too, right? So this is just a good example and a good lesson to not get caught up in the price. Make sure you're looking at the market cap. The market cap is what is important. The price doesn't mean anything, right? All right, let me see. Do I want to look at anything else? Guys, if you're watching the stream, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we get to in the first quarter of 2025. But I'm pretty sure 2025 will get to 1,000 subscribers. And what I've heard is once you get to 1,000 subscribers, YouTube tends to push out your videos more. And they said going from 1,000 to 10,000 is a lot easier. Because, it took me at least, I started in 2021, I think late 2021, so really 2022, so really like 3.5 years, all right? So, which is, for me, it's not that bad. I think for an educational channel, it takes a long time to get to your first 1,000, but again, it starts to compound, right? So, but yeah, I appreciate it if you guys hit the like and subscribe. Let's see what else. I think Stacks is going to do good too. I think a lot of people have slept on Stacks, but the chart is beautiful. I think the chart has held up pretty well, and they just came out with their SBTC. So I think that's going to be something that people use. Again, it's just synthetic version of BTC. And they actually just came out recently with their Nakamoto upgrade. And it basically allows you to transact a lot faster, right? I could see this one picking up in the middle of the bull market as well. And also what's interesting about Stacks, one, their fully diluted value is pretty close to their market cap, and I think a lot of their token, I think their tokens, all their tokens have been unlocked. Their Genesis block unblocking. So yeah, I think a lot of that has been unlocked. So they don't really have a lot of locked tokens, right? A lot of it has been unlocked. So locked right here is 292 million, unlocked 1.53. So most of their stuff has been unlocked, right? Only 16% left, which is good. What else? What was okay? Yeah. Also, their first halvening is going to happen in January. Their first halvening. So you probably won't see the effect of that the month of the halvening for stacks, but you'll probably see it like a month or two after, which is where most people are predicting the height of the bull market will be, which is March and April. So I think Stacks is a sleeper, even though it's not in one of the hottest narratives. I think since it's tied to BTC, and now like kind of like the security of Stacks is tied to BTC, I think it's gonna gain a lot of traction in 2025. I think it's gonna be one of those coins that don't pop off first, but people that make a lot of money in the AI coins, they're gonna look for coins to transfer their money to get that next 2 to 3x. And I think Stacks is going to be one of those. I think Avalanche is going to be one of those as well. So be on the lookout for that. All right. I think that's went for 30 minutes. I appreciate you guys tuning in. But yeah, 2025 is going to be the year of crypto. Make sure you have your positions. I think we're seeing a nice dip right now. So if you have extra money, maybe you add some more to your favorite coins, but at minimum, you should not be selling. You should be keeping your coins. We're getting we're real close to that parabolic move. I know it's been a long time, especially if you've been waiting since the last bear market. It sucks, but you're going to get paid. The waiting is going to be worth it. The wait is going to be worth it. I don't know what that saying goes, but it's going to be worth the wait. And just don't sell, add to your position, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.